And so when you start having human beings, your life totally changes, okay? Not in a bad way. It's just in a different way, okay? You sit there and you scratch your head and you wonder what you did with all your time. But then you start looking at things through a different lens. So you know how you are inside, and then all of a sudden you walk outside in a minute, and all of a sudden it's totally different because your eyes are looking at something different. When you have kids, your eyes start to look at everything different. From the music you listen to, the things you watch on TV, like you start crying at Disney movies because you've got a girl. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so those things start to change in your life. And so when I had a second kid, I realized that I needed to do something else. In order for me to succeed and be a great father, in my opinion, I needed to do something else. And I didn't know what it was. So my boss walked into the office and said, hey, because I'd already talked to him, I was thinking about leaving. He walks in and says, hey, what are you thinking about doing? I was like, I'm done. I knew that I needed to do something else. The problem is I didn't have a job. So I quit a job that I loved, making very, very good money, and I didn't have a job lined up. I do not recommend that at all. Okay? Do not recommend that at all. So I go from, $60,000 a year to making about $35,000 a year at a church, just simply because I didn't have a job. So a guy walks in my room. So let me backtrack a little bit. So at this point, I am 32 or 33 years old. And the only thing I ever wanted to do in my life was coach college football. And now I'm doing something, and I have no idea how to do anything else. I studied history in college. Y'all heard me? You can't do anything with that. That's a degree in nothing. So I have a degree in history, and so I start to venture out in the world, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. And so I go work at a church, a guy walks in. So in that process, I got involved in CrossFit, and in CrossFit, they really force nutrition down your throat, and so I started learning really the back end and the holistic part of food and how to eat and all those different types of things. So I'm not a dietitian, I'm not any of that kind of stuff. And so a guy walks in my office and says, can you help me figure out how to eat? I said, sure. So I made the guy a meal plan. He told his friend, and then I made him a meal plan. He told his friend, and then I made another one, and it was a domino effect from there. 4 years later, thousands of people later, there are people in 26 different countries that have used our meal plans.